I've been turning it over in my head for the last 24 hours, trying to find some way out.
We'd better come up with something soon. Nick doesn't make empty threats. He's a man of his word.
Oh, I know. If only after what he did to Roger, I know.
How is Roger?
Well, he took a bad beating, but he's going to be all right. But he's afraid, Frank.
I can understand that.
You know, it's just like you to sympathize with him. I mean, after I put you through all this trouble.
I can't feel much sympathy for Roger's weakness, Jill, but I know it's rough being on the wrong end of Nick Szabo's method of operation.
Frank, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my own brother is the cause of all this trouble for you.
Forget about Roger for the moment, Jill. Right now, it's between me and Nick. And it looks like he's got all the ammunition.
Look, are you still certain that the hospital wants to buy those buildings from Nick?
Very certain. And the only obstacle is that they're occupied. He wants those tenants out of there, and he knows if I don't stop him, he can force them out.
He's really sure of himself, isn't he?
Nick Szabo's a pro when it comes to pushing people around. And now that he knows about you and me, he thinks he's got me in his pocket.
Well, we are going to show him otherwise.
It's good to have you on my side.
Oh, Frank. Hey, there's no place else I'd want to be.
I want to fight, but I don't have anything to fight with.
Wait a minute. Wait just one little minute. Now, look, Nick never said that he was selling those buildings or that he owned them.
No, it's a holding company close to his heart.
Well, then that's just the weapon we need. I mean, if we could link Nick Szabo to the corporation that owns those buildings, then the hospital would never make that deal to begin with.
Well, why not?
Because the hospital is not going to do public business with Nick Szabo. It's a dummy corporation, Frank.
Jill, can you get up to Albany today?
That's just what I was thinking.
All corporations have to register their principals with the Office of the Secretary of State, right?
Right, Councilman.
Okay, now find out who the people are running behind the Carine Realty Corporation.
Wait a second. How do you spell it?
C-A-R-I-N-E.
Corporation. Now, look, Nick's name probably won't be registered.
No, but I'll bet there's somebody we can link right to him.
Right. Look, I'll go up to Albany, come back late this afternoon.
Great. We'll make Nick sorry he ever started this one.
Frank, this is...
Excuse me for intruding. You know, I couldn't help it over here. Now, what is it that Nick's going to start?
ABC Wednesday, February 9th.
I see on the schedule that John Cougar Mellencamp is playing here Wednesday night. I'd very much like to make love to him.
I will see what I can do.
Matthew Perry returns to television.
You tell Springsteen that I'm the boss of this arena.
Don't tell him that.
In a new arena of comedy.
The Smurfs are here. We will treat them with professionalism and respect.
Okay.
ABC's Mr. Sunshine premieres Wednesday, February 9th after Modern Family on ABC. Laugh on.
With Bengay Pain Relief Plus Massage, you can do this.
Get the dog, girl.
You can't do that. But you can do this. Bengay Pain Relief Plus Massage with penetrating nubs plus the powerful pain relief of Bengay. Love the nubs.
Your soup and sandwich combo. Enjoy.
For when you want your favorite cafe to be your own kitchen. New Stouffer's stuffed melts and soups like creamy tomato bisque, served with a 3 cheese and ham stuffed melt. 2 cafe favorites now in one package. New from Stouffer's.
Cats are smart. They can outsmart their humans, their canines, and lock doors. They're also smart enough to choose the litter with less odors. That's because Fresh Step's scoopable litter with carbon is better at eliminating litter box odors than Arm & Hammer Super Scoop. Fresh Step. Cats know what they like.
There's a revolution in weight loss, and it begins with you.
Okay, here it goes.
I lost 80 pounds.
I'm much more outgoing and happy and ecstatic all the time.
I'm the incredible shrinking woman.
Looking at myself in the mirror, just like from every angle.
This is me.
We sent out cameras across the country and asked you to tell us your success stories in your words.
Thank you, Nutrisystem.
This is the new Nutrisystem. We've recruited top chefs to help remake and reinvent our foods. Foods so good, you'll rethink what it means to be on a diet. Call today and get your first 7 days free. That's 28 meals free. It's a weight loss revolution.
I've lost 101 pounds.
Never felt better in a black dress before.
Nice job.
We're gonna have some fun now.
It's time to say hooray you. Get started today with your first 7 days free. It's our best food at our lowest price ever. The new Nutrisystem. Call 800-321-THIN or visit Nutrisystem.com.
Oh, Kenneth?
Oh, hi, Dr. Coleridge.
Hi.
That's a pretty sweater.
Oh, thank you. Do you have my ID card? I left it in Dr. Bolak's room.
Oh, no, I don't have it.
Well, that's funny because she told me that you took it to give to me.
Oh, I did have it, sure. I left it in your message cubicle in the staff lounge. Didn't you get it?
No.
Oh, that's very strange. I wonder what could have happened to it. Oh, I'm very sorry. I thought that would be the safest place to leave it for you.
That's okay.
Oh, no, it's not. No, I should have held on to it myself and returned it to you personally.
Don't be upset. It's not a big deal.
But I am upset. I took the responsibility. I was sure you'd get it that way.
I can get another one, really.
You sure?
Yeah. You did the right thing. Probably just fell down someplace, that's all.
You have a very soothing touch.
Oh?
Yeah. You're gonna make a fine surgeon.
Thank you.
Just a little further.
Seems like miles to go.
You're doing fine.
I'm sorry this is taking so long. You must have so many more important things to do.
Now, what could be more important than taking a leisurely long stroll with one of the loveliest ladies in the hospital?
Oh, Dr. Ryan, I always feel better when I'm with you.
You don't mind if an eligible young intern flirts with you a little bit? Take it easy now. We got all the time in the world.
A lot like my father. Dr. Ryan. He reminds me of my father. He was very charming, too.
He was?
If there was a lady around right away, my dad would turn on the old charm, and she was captivated.
Well, Pat's wonderful with all the patients.
It's a great gift, natural charm. I wish I had it.
Kenneth, don't ride yourself down like that. You have a charm all your own.
Think so?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. It's awfully nice of you to say so. Thank you. But my father, you could forgive my father anything. He could dazzle you with charm. Of course, that sort of thing doesn't last forever, and after a while, it stops working. You see through it, and it kind of lets you down.
I guess it can.
But my father was very funny when I was little. He used to take me to the baseball games, you know, over from New Jersey to the Polo Grounds to watch the Giants. He loved those Giants, and he'd bring his flask along, and every time the Giants got a hit or a run or something, he'd celebrate. And when they didn't do so well, he'd say, "These Giants are driving me to drink." And when his flask was empty, he'd buy beer, and he'd have the whole crowd laughing and shouting with him.
At least you have fond memories of him.
Well, not as many as the other kind. I remember once, driving home, we nearly drove off the George Washington Bridge after a doubleheader. I never cared for baseball much. As I got older, we did less and less together. His charm wore off, I guess.
That's too bad.
Well, can't have everything. Yeah, I suppose Dr. Ryan doesn't really remind me of my father. I like Dr. Ryan. I didn't like my father very much.
right to know what's going on.
All you have to do is ask, Delia, and I'll explain it to you.
Look, don't treat me like a child who listens to keyholes. Now, what is it that Nick started?
He's trying to force me into position to be his man on the city council.
His man?
Yeah, to do favors for him, even though it's against the best interest of the people of the district.
That's political corruption, dear.
I know what that is, Jill. And I'd like Frank to tell me. Frank?
I'm not going to begin my political career with a corrupt act.
What is it that he wants? Frank, is it so terrible?
There are no degrees of corruption, Delia. One thing isn't more or less corrupt than another. Corruption's corruption.
Hey.
Nick wants to sell some buildings, 5 small tenement buildings around the corner.
You mean where Mrs. Huber lives?
Right. Now there are about 100 tenants in those buildings, and Nick can't sell them unless those people agree to move and be relocated. They don't want to.
Frank, isn't that what happened last spring?
Exactly. Nick wants me to stay out of it and not organize the tenants, but instead tell them not to resist and go along with him. I'm clearly the single major obstacle in Nick's way, and he'd make $250,000 on that sale. He offered 10% of that to me, a fee for my cooperation.
Frank, I don't know what's so bad.
That's a payoff, Delia.
Look, Nick has been a close friend of this family for as long as I can remember.
That has nothing to do with
He
it.
lent your father a lot of money once.
No, Nick never lent my father money. He guaranteed a bank loan for him, that's all.
Look, what difference does it make? Frank, just consider it.
Look, Frank, if I'm going to get to Albany, I better leave right now.
Okay, Jill, right, thanks.
If I run into trouble, I'll call you. Otherwise, I'll see you tonight.
Right, good.
Frank has got to get to sleep early. So you call here first, and I'll tell you whether you can speak to him or not.
I'll want to know as soon as you get back, Jill.
Right, Frank.
You need to rest, Frank.
This is important, Delia.
Look, I think you should go along with Nick.
What?
Look, I don't mean to take the fee. I know that's corruption. But it's not corrupt if you don't say anything at all.
Say nothing while 100 people lose their homes?
Frank, just let them manage their own business. You don't give them good advice. You don't give them bad advice. You just say nothing.
I'm their councilman, not Nick's. They elected me to fight for them just in this kind of situation.
You're not well enough.
They voted for me on the promise that I would be well enough,
Well,
though.
not right away, Frank.
Why are you so interested in this?
Look, Frank, I want to share your problems with you.
You've never tried to cope with politics before.
Look, I want to make sure that you do what's best for you.
I see.
What's best for us?
You overheard what it is that Nick's holding over my head, didn't you?
Look, you're playing with my life too, Frank.
I'm not playing, Delia. This isn't a game. You want me to go along with Nick so he won't use his information about me and Jill.
Look, do you know what's going to happen? If Nick tells everybody that you and Jill are lovers...
Yeah, well, for one thing, it's the end of my political career anyway.
Who cares about your political career? Look, I'm thinking about our family. Maeve and Johnny, your brothers and your sisters, all of our friends, Frank.
No, you're not.
Yes, I'm thinking about all of that.
No, you're all you're thinking of. Because if I don't go along with Nick and he publicizes my relationship with Jill, then it's no secret anymore. And there's no longer any reason for Jill and me to stay in hiding. And there's no reason anymore for me to stay with you.
This week, Greenlee recruits Scott for her plan.
All you have to do is get to know a gorgeous blonde.
But he's playing by his own rules.
You're gonna need to make it worth my time.
And David's back in the game.
Kendall tried to kill me. Now it's her turn to pay.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. This week, lives will be threatened. They thought the danger was over.
We're family now. It's gonna take that away from us.
But it's just the beginning.
What is she gonna do next?
Then, someone's framing Todd for murder. Now he wants answers.
Give me a name.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Find an Italian masterpiece in your grocer's freezer.
shrimp and lobster ravioli with garlic butter sauce. From Buitoni. Simple ingredients, artfully prepared. Buitoni, create an Italian masterpiece. Discover more Buitoni masterpieces in the freezer section.
It can happen anywhere. That itch you can't scratch, embarrassing odor. You don't feel like yourself. Vagisil medicated wipes relieves itch and odor, even cleanses fast. Vagisil, count on it.
I'm Sarah from New York. I lost 30 pounds.
I'm Matt from Colorado. I lost 54 pounds.
I'm Allison from Texas, and I lost 40 pounds. Hydroxycut really works.
New Proclinical Hydroxycut. Lose weight. Start now.
Jerry isn't at the Balkan, which means he's still out there and we have no clue who he is.
This week,
I don't want to live my life in fear.
We gotta deal with reality.
can Sonny protect Brenda when she comes face to face with her enemy?
I'll have my revenge.
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you busy?
Nope. All's quiet in neurology at the moment.
Great. Walk with me downstairs for a while, will you? I've got to go down and get a mug shot taken.
Cops booking you again?
No, I have to get a new ID.
Ah, new ID.
I lost mine.
Yeah, you've been losing everything lately. Your keys, your ID.
What's next? My heart.
Better keep an eye on it.
Well, I'm afraid it's too late because I've lost it, and I have a pretty good idea where it is.
You're getting very careless, Dr. Coleridge.
Yeah, I know. I'm just falling apart. I have no idea what's come over me.
I do.
Oh, yeah? What?
You're caught in a Celtic web woven by a magical Celtic prince.
I don't think I know any magical Celtic princes.
Well, what do you think I am?
You're a Celtic prince?
Sure. Look into my eyes.
What do you know? Celtic prince? The real McCoy?
The real Ryan. McCoys are Scottish princes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm a true descendant of Cahalan.
Cahu?
Cahalan, great
Oh.
Celtic prince.
Well, why don't you tell me all about it on the way down to the photo shop, okay?
I may be a prince, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to leave the floor.
Oh, come on, Pat. You can leave the floor. I mean, just for a minute or so. I'm getting so I don't like to have you out of my sight. I mean, not every girl has her own prince, right?
Okay, I got a few minutes.
Great. Now, who is this, Cahulan?
Cahalan.
Cahalan.
One more time and it's yours forever.
Cahalan.
Who sought Cahalan till it seemed he stood where they had stood. No body like his body had modern woman born, but an old man looking back on...
I'd like to have this photograph blown up, please.
Certainly. How large? 5 by 7? 8 by 10?
Oh, no. Poster size.
Poster size?
Well, actually to life size. Can you do it?
We can do it, but this is pretty small. It's liable to come out pretty grainy.
Oh, that's all right. It's a picture of my girlfriend. She's really, really beautiful, don't you think?
Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah. I'm gonna frame it and hang it up, and so she'll even be there when she's not there. You see, it's important to have all the things you love around you, all the beautiful things around that make life beautiful. Because if you don't have those, if all you have to look at are the crummy things, well then, life is crummy. And this is the most beautiful thing in my life. She's really beautiful. And the next best thing to having her is having her life-size picture. Oh.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children. Only on SoapNet. 15 Seconds with Susan Lucci.
Well, I can't imagine not acting. I mean, honestly, it was the way I played as a little girl. I was just always making up stories and acting out all the parts. And so the only other thing I could think of would be a rock star.
Catch Susan Lucci on All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Can your body wash nourish this deeply? The moisturizer in other body washes sits on top of skin. Only Dove has Nutrient Moisture, which can nourish deep down. Dove Body Wash with Nutrient Moisture. Superior natural nourishment for your skin.
Hello? Roger's sick. The film gala's in about 2 hours. Want to go? Yeah. Wait, 2 hours?
No time to plan? There's still time to whiten. Introducing Crest White Strips 2-Hour Express. Now in just 2 hours, you can have a noticeably whiter smile that lasts for months.
They must think you're famous. Let them.
Whitening without the wait. 3D White Strips 2-Hour Express from Crest. Life opens up when you do. And try 3D White Paste and Rinse.
Bacon? Gotta get that bacon! Yummy, crunchy bacon, bacon, bacon! There in that bag!
Who wants a bacon strip?
Me, I get it myself, but I don't have thumbs! Yum, 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 it's bacon! I love you.
Bacon strips. There's no time like bacon time.
We have our own way of thinking. We think sustainability is nothing new. We think justice is older than any government. We think we can grow radishes on the moon. We think education is for the mind and the spirit. We think Indian.
Help tribal college students preserve their way of thinking.
So charming, so irresistible, so damn hot.
So damn hot.
A special Hot Guys of ABC Daytime. Catch fan-favorite episodes of All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital.
I'm much needed eye candy.
Plus, you'll want to hear what they've got to say about women.
I prefer women asking me out.
But mostly, you're just gonna want to watch.
Yeah.
You're so bad.
You have no idea.
The Hot Guys of ABC Daytime. Wednesday on ABC. Wednesday night starting at 8 on SoapNet.
We're all patients of his. He didn't tell you?
I wanted to think that I was the only one. This is my past, my regret.
Do not dwell in the past.
Leo!
Do not dream of the future.
9 years from now, something awful is going to happen here.
Am I dead? Oh my God. What if I made a mistake?
A SoapNet original primetime drama. Being Erica. New season premiere Wednesday, January 26th at 11 on SoapNet.
Herbie, I want results. Now, don't put those garbage cans in the doorway with a nasty note. That's nothing. That's a minor inconvenience. Now, look, you tell those guys to take those I'm on the phone. Throw the garbage cans through the window. And if there's no compliance by tomorrow morning, throw the owner through the window. Right. Let me know what happens, huh? Yeah, what?
Mrs. Ryan to see you, Mr. Zabo.
Oh, which Mrs. Ryan?
Mrs. Frank Ryan.
Oh. Well, send her in. Well, Mrs. Ryan, this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, if you have the means and the appreciation, you should surround yourself with lovely things. And your presence serves to make my office even lovelier.
Thank you.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Can I get you something? Something alcoholic or a soft drink?
Oh, no. No, thank you.
Ah, one of my little toys. Open it.
It's beautiful.
It's an antique, very rare. Go on. Open it.
Oh. It's lovely.
You like it?
Yes.
It's yours.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
It would give me great pleasure if you had it.
Frank wouldn't like that.
Ah. I understand. Well, I'll keep it here and you pick it up anytime you like.
How are you feeling? Oh, now that you're back in the hospital.
Well, getting along much better. But if I had more visitors like you, my recovery would accelerate even more.
Mr. Szabo, I've come here because I'm desperate.
Oh?
Please, you've got to stop putting pressure on Frank.
Pressure? I don't know exactly what you mean.
Look, you know what I mean. Mr. Szabo, please don't make this any harder for me than it already is.
Mrs. Ryan, I'd do anything to make you happy. Anything within my power.
Please, don't tell anyone about Frank and Jill. Please. Look, it's very important to me.
I know that Frank, who I admire and respect enormously, has been guilty of an indiscretion, but Mrs. Ryan, I'm not a gossip. I don't go around spreading scandal about people. That's not my style.
But Frank
Let me put it this way. There are several people right at this moment who know that Miss Coleridge and Frank have been more than mere acquaintances. Now, I can prevent some of those people from making that information public, but I can't prevent all of them, and that's up to Frank.
Please, whatever has to be done, just do it. Look, I don't expect you to help with this political career. You see, Mr. Szabo, I just want a chance to save our marriage. He's home now. She's staying away from him. We're spending a lot of time together. And maybe we could fall in love again. I know we could. So, look, if anybody found out that Frank and Jill were...
Intimate?
Look, it would destroy everything. Look, I'm pleading with you, Mr. Szabo, please.
Mrs. Ryan, I wish there was something I could do. But only Frank can stop those gossips. There's nothing I can do to prevent their ugly work.
Frank's not going to do anything. He's a very stubborn man. Look, it doesn't matter how much pressure you're going to put on him. He's not going to go along with you. Look, besides the point, I mean, I don't know what good some kind of publicity like this would be. Nobody really cares.
Mrs. Ryan, I know human nature, and I know human weakness, and you'd be surprised at what people really care about.
Oh, come on. Look, they're not going to care about this. The family's going to care. I'm going to care. Look, it's going to hurt Maeve and Johnny and our baby. I know you don't mean to do that.
I'm not doing this, Mrs. Ryan. Frank is doing this to himself, so I suggest you make your appeal not to me, but to him. Now, you and the people close to Frank who know what this could mean, I suggest that you talk to him and make him see how harmful his stubbornness, how harmful that could be to his entire family.
Look, I'm the only one. Mr. Szabo, I'm the only one who knows and who cares. I've talked to him. I've tried to make him give in. If I could, I would give in for myself.
Yeah, but sad to say, you can't.
Mr. Szabo, is there anything I can do to make sure this doesn't come out? Anything? Is there anything I can do to persuade you?
I appreciate your offer very much, and I'm touched by your devotion to your husband, but there's $250,000 involved here, and that's an awful lot of money.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Ryan. Oh, Mrs. Ryan. I'll keep this here for you. Anytime you'd like to come and get it.